Hi, welcome to Yoga for Athletes. My name is Jenna Cassidy and I am your teacher today. Thank you so much for joining class. I hope you enjoy it. So let's meet on the mat, and today I've set up my space with 2 blocks, one belt or strap, whichever you have at home, and a soft pillow as a prop. So I'll meet you there. All right, so yoga for athletes. It's a little bit different than traditional vinyasa or hatha yoga, but certainly draws from the roots of the yoga practice as a whole. And in this class, there will be 5 guiding principles. So first and foremost, we will unite our breath with our body movement. And we do this specifically for athletes so that we are more mindful with our movement, that when we have to react to sudden situations on the playing field or the mats or the courts, that we are able to do so with precision and precise awareness. And it's not turning the mind off, more so having the mind and the body be intimately connected so that we are efficient and effective with our movements. And second from that, we'll be integrating the core with what we do in our limbs, the way that we extend out, as well as revolve and rotate, so that we're always safe. We're starting from a source of strength and then from there expanding and integrating our strength. We'll also work on lengthening muscles that are often overused and strengthening those muscles that are often underused. And the last part of the practice that will be integrated in will be spinal mobility, so that as we do make those rotations and those revolutions in the body, we do so safely with a range of motion that we've cultivated through our yoga practice. And so I hope you enjoy this. And today we're starting in a prone position. We'll be on our backs, and we're using that soft pillow to elevate the hips. So you can start with your seat at the edge of the pillow and then gently roll yourself down. Ensure the pillow's not too high so that you have an extreme arch in the back. And from there, extend the legs forward. The idea of this elevation is to lift the hips from the ground and start to expand across the front of the hips, and that's where the hip flexors and the psoas are. A lot of the muscles that we end up closing through sitting, biking, running, kicking, any of those types of movements within everyday life or in sports. And as always, this practice is to honor you as the existing athlete that you are, the adventurer, the weekend warrior, and really isn't intended to make you an athlete. You already are one. So now we're going to support that choice. Begin to relax onto the mat and let your back feel heavy, melting down into the ground. Allow your shoulders to draw back behind you so you feel an expansion across the chest. And then finally allow the legs to be heavy and the head to be heavy. Feel that full support of the ground beneath you. As athletes, we are also often ready for motion and action, and so our muscles are tense. And here we're looking to relax them to the degree that we can release them from that everyday state of being. And place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly from here. Begin to breathe in and out of the nose only. And feel the course of the breath in the body. Begin to lengthen the inhales, bringing in more oxygen, allowing that breath to circulate to new places, releasing them of tension. Allow the exhales to be of equal length, finding a resolve, a state of relaxation. And today our breath work, we're going to work on expanding the breath to fill new places, expand the lungs, increase our intake. And so let's start by all taking an inhale and exhale together through the nose, unifying our breath. And then on your next inhale, breathe deeply into the belly and the lungs. And seal your lips at the end of that. Hold the breath. Now through the lips, like you're breathing through a straw, take an extra breath. Suck in a bit more air. Hold that. And then gently exhale through the nose, releasing everything. Again, inhale deeply through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Hold the breath. Open the lips like you're breathing through a straw. Suck in a bit more air. Retain that. Exhale gently through the nose. 3 more times together with me. Inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Hold. Open the lips like a straw. Suck in that air. Hold. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, fill. Hold. Suck in that extra sip of air. Hold. Exhale through the nose. And final time. Inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Suck in a bit more air. Hold. And exhale through the nose. Now just breathe in and out through the nose only. Notice the space in the body. Notice if there's been an increase in your capacity, even if ever so slight, through the exercise of expanding. And pushing yourself beyond the normal limit in a healthy way with awareness. And then blink the eyes open from here. Bend the knees. Remove your pillow. Bring that off to the side. Roll down to the back. Rock a little bit along the sacrum. You're welcome to bring the feet wider than the hips, inner knees to touch, palms facing up. And then come to stillness. Draw the knees into the belly. And press the low back into the ground. And then if you have your blocks nearby, we're going to take one block first in our palms, and then hold the block within the palms, pressing in. Try not to grip on the outside with the thumbs and the pinky. Elevate that over your shoulders and press firmly into the block so that you can feel that your tricep muscles are turning on. Then plug your shoulder blade or your shoulders back towards the ground. Keep the block where it is. On your inhale, begin to rock the back off the ground, extend the belly up, coming into cow pose, reclined. Then exhale, tuck the belly button in, round the back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, mini cow on the ground. Exhale into cat. Just slight movements here, undulating the spine on breath. This time as you exhale into cat, continue to draw the belly button in so that you feel your back press against the ground. Keep the back pressing against the ground, not rounding, but simply pressing. This time as you inhale, extend back with the block. Continue to squeeze that. Notice the integration of the core here. If you feel that your ribs are jutting out, try to pull them back in with the oblique muscles on the side of the rib cage, keeping a long spine, pressing down towards the ground. And then exhale, elevate the block back up over shoulders. 2 more times like that. Integrating the core with this slight movement up overhead, working not to round or arch the back, but extend out from that core, lengthening, integrating. Exhale, come back up. Okay, now place this block in between the thighs, long distance from groin towards knees. And give that a little bit of a squeeze. Take your other block. And if you have something that just represents the width of a block, that's all good to use. Right here, we're just turning those muscles on, noticing how the body can work together. All right, so block is over shoulders. Shoulders plugged back down to the mat. Lift the knees up over the hips and flex those toes back towards the knees, or actively press through the toe pad. Tuck the tummy back in, integrate the core here. On inhale, both the arms and the legs start to lower. Pause here where you feel those low ribs jut out and the back arch, right? So pull that back in, see if you have a little bit more length, and then that's your extent on this. Exhale, come back over. So just work with your body, wherever your body is. Inhale, extending out, integrating core with movement, supporting that. Exhale, coming up. Again, inhale back. And exhale up. This time straighten the legs. Notice that this might be a little bit of a different motion for your back. So inhale, just go as low as you can before those low ribs start jutting out. And then exhale back, no matter where that is. It could just be that slight movement. And follow your breath. Let's do this 3 more times. Inhaling down, marrying movement with breath. Knitting the muscles in to support. Last and final one. And exhale, come back up. Bring the block in your hands off to the side. We'll use that later. You can kind of bring that upwards towards the front of the mat. And then bend the knees, bring the arms out like goalpost arms. From here, we'll work a little bit of length on the side body. Inhale as you are. Exhale, both knees come to left and hover. Now, as you get to left, notice that your right knee likes to draw back in. Try to extend the right knee so it's stacked over the left knee. And take a breath there. And come back through center on exhale, pulling belly button in, integrating the core with the movement. Come to right. And peek at that left knee. If that left knee is drawn back, try to shoot the left knee forward a little bit, stacking with right, expanding across the left side body. And come back through center. Let's come over to left side once again. Align the knees once you get there. Take an extra breath. Integrate the core for the movement. Over to right side. Integrate the core. And back up through center. All right, place those feet on the ground, keep the block where it is, palms by the hips. Let's stretch out the core a bit, expanding front side body. Inhale, lift the hips towards the ceiling for low bridge. And then tuck that belly in, direct the tailbone upwards towards the knees. Pause there, press actively through the heels. Now bring the palms back as we did earlier, and keep the core integrated here, even though the hips are lifted. Inhale. And then exhale and lower. It doesn't have to be your highest bridge, we're just opening up the front body. Inhale, lift. Notice the work of the leg muscles and the core together here. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. All right, remove that block. Bring that off to the side. Let's roll along the length of the spine. Come through bent knees after a few rolls. We'll meet back in child's pose. Boom. All right, over bent knees we go. Hips come back to the heels. Now for those of you with any knee challenges, please remember you're welcome to take a rolled towel or pillow behind each knee. It helps support the meniscus and release the ligaments. Those with tight backs, you're welcome to bring a pillow under the forehead, which helps bring the ground a bit up to you, straightening out the spine. Any variation, or if you're perfectly okay with head on the ground, then bring that forehead down to the ground. And stay still here, roll along the length of the brow, your option. And check in with your body just as it is today. And as always, no matter what I instruct in this practice, it's your time, your mat, your practice. So please follow your innermost teacher, your inner voice, and stay safe in your body just as you need to do. And then give yourself permission to just be here on the mat. Release the day that's already happened. Release the day that's about to unfold. And be in the present moment. One of the hardest things to do is still the mind and be here now. And give yourself permission to do that. As you give yourself permission, the hips should be heavy. Releasing whatever you're hanging on to. Releasing that tension and emotion. And crawl the fingertips to the left thigh. Stretch out the right side body. And breathe into that. And expand the space between the hip flexor and the belly. And the hip crest and the rib cage. And then continue to walk your right palm a bit further, placing it on top of the left. And come back through center. We'll walk both palms now to the right side. Again, try to expand across the front portion of the hip, so the flexor to the belly. And then the crest to the rib. Walk the left palm over to the right. And let's come through center. Align wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips for tabletop. And now on tabletop, let's take a few breaths in cow and cat, expanding those motions. Let the belly drop down, but hug the belly button up to the spine so it's not loose down below you, but integrated. And then tilt the tailbone and the head up. Exhale, press away from the ground actively. And find that cat pose. Inhale, come forward to cow. Again, the spine is arching here, but the belly is not dropping down to the ground per se. The core is guiding this movement in the spine. Come to neutral, and tuck the toes behind, expand the flesh of the feet, and start to activate the soles of the feet, press into the palms and the toes, lift the knees off the ground. Let's continue with those cows and cats. So inhale into cow, exhale into cat. You should really feel the core here. Inhale, and then exhale. We not only need it to support this movement, but also to help support the weight of the body lifted off the ground. One more time. And then press away from the ground, lift the hips. We'll find down dog together. And pedal the feet by breathing while you extend one leg, bend the opposite knee. Exchange that. The other heel comes down. Rise to the toes, lift the hips all the way upwards towards the ceiling. Press away from the ground with the mid-knuckles of each finger. Pull some weight out of the wrists. Wrap the shoulders down and around. Wrap the triceps towards your outer thighs and outer hips, the biceps towards your ears. Maintain all this action of the upper body. And then slowly lower the heels towards the ground. Soften the back of the knees. Expand the calves. Release the Achilles. And press the hips back. Hug the belly in here so that we don't create a cow in our up dog. So we don't necessarily want to let the belly drop down, tilting the tailbone and the hips all the way up towards the ceiling. We want to pull that belly in so the spine is long. The tailbone feeling like an extension, the head at the bottom, and then the tailbone at the top. Walk the palms to the feet. As you get towards the back of the mat, bend the knees even deeper. Take opposite elbows, sway side to side if you prefer. And then release the fingertips down towards the ground. Bend the knees even deeper. Bring the palms to the shins, extend the spine out. Half lift here. And then shift the weight a bit forward towards the toes. Long spine, belly hugging up here. Again, we have one long line from the top of the head to the tip of the tailbone. And just lifting it halfway up, changing the angle. Exhale and lower. Fingertips towards ground, around the toes. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, lower. And press into the feet. Sweep the arms wide and high. Expand across the chest. Bend the knees deeply. Come to stand. Bring the palms to heart center and then sweep the arms wide, high again. Bringing some movement and motion around the shoulder blades. Exhale through center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale wide and high. And exhale through center. Bring palms by the hips, face them forward. Draw the shoulder blades together, shoulder heads apart from one another. And then walk to the top of the mat. We'll meet there. Align the feet underneath the hips. Direct the tailbone slightly downward, just so the belly hugs in and we feel the support. And then work to hug the pelvic floor up, the waistline in, lift the rib cage from that waistline, then draw the shoulders down the back. Long, strong spine, integrated core. Inhale, maintain that, sweep the palms high, maybe the gaze follows. Then exhale, bend at the elbows, draw them down towards shoulder height. Inhale, breathe into the front of the heart and lift. Expand the chest. Exhale, fold forward towards the ground through bent knees. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back, right knee down for low crescent lunge. Untuck the toes. Shift the right hip a bit forward. And then draw the left hip slightly back. Hug those hips together. Actively press down through the pad of the left foot, the top of the right, and rise. Maintain that pressure into the ground, so you're lifting your weight out, holding the weight towards the hips, and then lifting once again through the core. Bend the elbows, shoulder height, breathe in, lift the heart. Sweep palms back and around, frame the left foot, tuck right toes, runner's lunge. And take an inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, step back, plank pose. We'll pause here for 5 breaths. And tuck the tailbone once again so that there's a long back body. Core hugging up and in. 3 more breaths here. Actively press back through the heels while you lift the back of the legs towards the ceiling. And keep the hips at shoulder height. Top of head reaching forward. Last and final breath, inhale. Then exhale, lower halfway, bend the elbows, pause in half push-up. Press into the base of the palms. Inhale back to plank pose. Exhale, hips come back, down dog. And follow the inhale, shift forward, plank pose. And then exhale, bend the elbows. Pause, take your inhale there with control. Exhale, lower the belly down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Palms under shoulders, biceps hugging in, elbows directed back towards outer ankles. Press into tops of feet. Inhale, draw chest forward and up into cobra. Exhale and lower. Let's do this 2 more times. Follow your breath. Really working the strength of the legs, pressure in the tops of the feet. Very little weight or pressure in the palms. Strength of core and back helps to rise. Walk the palms back under elbows. On this inhale, high cobra or up dog. Inhale, draw chest forward. Press into palms, lift hips. Elevate the legs if you're taking up dog. Then draw the chest through by pulling those wrists back to the ankles. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, press away from ground. Draw the belly button in, hips rise over toes. Down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the palms. We'll stay in runner's lunge. Inhale, long spine, crawl the fingertips forward. Exhale, lift the left heel towards hip height. Extend out, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Bend knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, keep that soft bend behind the knees as you forward fold. Inhale, press into ground, rise. Palms reach, integrated core. Exhale, bend elbows. Lift the heart, inhale. Sweep palms down and around on exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Left foot steps back on exhale. Low crescent lunge. lunge, left knee is down. Shift that left hip forward, hug right hip back. Squeeze them together. Then press into the ground with your roots. Sole of right foot, top of left foot, palms rise towards ceiling, low crescent lunge. Bend at the elbows, lift the heart, breathe in. Sweep palms down and around. Frame the right foot, runner's lunge. Lengthen spine, inhale. Press away from ground, plank pose on exhale. We're going to find that strong plank on this one, right? One long line from top of head to the tailbone. Strong legs here, integrated core. Maintain all that, lift the right foot off the ground. Press through the heel of the right foot, maintaining that line for the body. And take one more inhale there, then without changing anything, bend the right knee, bring the right knee to the right tricep. Keep looking forward. Inhale, extend right leg back. Exhale, right foot touches down. Lift the left foot, inhale. Exhale, left knee towards left tricep. No change in the upper body, no change in the hips. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left foot down. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, half push up or chaturanga. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, hips come back, down dog. We'll use down dog as a break. So when we find ourselves here, you're welcome to use this variation of an inversion, tractioning out spine, lengthening legs, or you're welcome to take child's pose. With the head lower than the heart, it's also an inversion, a gentle variation, but just choose the place of rest for you. Inhale, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, bend elbows halfway. And this time for your back bend and heart opener, inhale into high cobra or up dog. Press away from ground, draw chest forward, lift those hips if the legs are elevated. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, press all the way, hug the belly in, rolling over the toes, down dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step forward, top of the mat, runner's lunge. Take a moment, inhale here, lengthen the spine. Use the strength of the hips. Lift the right heel to hip height. Then step forward, top of mat. Bending in the knees, inhale, half lift. Lengthen spine. Exhale, forward fold. Weight over towards the toes, lengthening the back of the legs. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Exhale, bend at those elbows one more time. Bring the palms to heart center here. Down by the sides for mountain pose. Let's come through that. We'll integrate some more movements into it for lengthening, but we'll use that as our foundation. So inhale, sweep palms high. Exhale, bend elbows. Remember the integrity of the postures as we come through them on breath. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees supports the back as well, so please give yourself that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. Low runner's lunge, crescent lunge, inhale. Bend elbows, exhale. Bring palms behind back. Interlace. Left thumb over right, draw knuckles towards the ground. You're welcome to use a strap or belt here. Open up the shoulders, let the hips drift forward. Release the palms, frame the left foot, shift hips back for half splits. Flex the toes towards the midline. Soft bend behind the knee, straighten the spine forward. You can bring blocks under palms as well. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, crawl forward, rebend left knee, tuck right toes. Plant the right palm on the ground or on a block, your choice. Lengthen forward, hug those hips together parallel to one another. Then twist open left side. Reach the left palm up, long spine here. Bring the left palm down on the inner edge of left foot, high lizard. Start to open up the left hip. You're welcome to stay on palms. You're welcome to come to forearms. We're only here for about 2 more breaths, so your choice, your body. Then come back to palms if you're on forearms. Press away from the ground here. Inhale. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Use those obliques. Left foot steps back to meet right. Then lift the left foot off of the ground. Inhale, we've been here before. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, extend back. And this time, left knee to right tricep. Keep shoulders stacked over wrists. Inhale, extend back. Left foot touches down. Shift forward on inhale. Lower halfway, exhale. Press into palms, inhale. Plank, exhale, down dog. And take one cycle of breath. And then inhale, shift forward. And plank pose, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. I'm going to take a moment in down dog. Step the feet wider towards the outer edge of the mat. Press those hips back. The heels descend a bit closer towards the ground. Nice little release for the low back. More intense stretch for the calves. So it kind of does the double work. I love it. And step the feet back together, down dog. Maybe you feel those heels descending a little closer to the ground. Right leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step right foot forward towards the top of the mat. Runner's lunge, bend the left knee deeply. And keep that left knee about 2 inches off the ground. Keep the right knee stacked over the right ankle. Press away from the ground, inhale and rise. So we're in the modified high crescent, allowing the left front hip to open up here. Bend at the elbows, and keep the elbows at shoulder height. Hug the outer hips together. Hold the core. Inhale as you are, and then exhale, rotate at the spine. Core guiding the movement. Left rib cage moving towards the right side. And come back to center. Extend the arms towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, frame left, or right foot rather. Extend left leg, runner's lunge, inhale. Exhale, hug those outer hips together. Lift the left foot to hip height. Modified warrior 3 or standing splits. Extend out, inhale. Shiva squat, exhale, left knee, right calf. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, left foot touches down next to right. Soft bend behind the knees, half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Come to stand, inhale. And exhale, palms heart center. Release palms by the sides, inhale, sweep them high. Exhale, bend those elbows. Inhale, breathe into the heart. Exhale, sweep palms down around towards the ground. Half lift, inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, forward fold, step left foot back, low crescent lunge. Find your foundation, rise from those active roots. Inhale, palms sweep towards ceiling. Bend at elbows on exhale. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, palms behind back, right thumb over left. Interlace, draw knuckles down towards the ground. Inhale, breathe in. Release the palms, sweep palms towards ceiling. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, frame right foot, shift hips back for half splits. Flex the toes, lengthen the hamstring, soft bend behind the knee, protect the ligaments. Lengthen the spine forward. Rebend to the right knee, tuck left toes, runner's lunge. Find that long spine for me first. Strong left leg, hug the hips together. Stabilize the posture, left palm on block or ground. Open to right, twist. Left or right palm comes back down on inner edge of right foot. High lizard here, heel toe, right foot towards the outer edge. Stack right knee over ankle towards the toes. Stay healthy there, stay on palms, or you're welcome to come down to forearms. We have 2 more breaths here. And then press into the palms back to high lizard. Strengthen and lengthen, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back to meet left plank pose. Find the stability of your plank. Set that as your foundation. Lift the right foot, inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, extend back, one leg plank. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Maintain the foundation of your plank. Inhale, extend back, touch toes down. Shift forward, bend elbows halfway. Press into palms, inhale to plank. Exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. Follow your inhale, forward to plank pose. And follow your exhale to lower halfway with control. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. In this down dog, separate those feet one more time, outer edge of the mat. This time, walk the palms back about a foot. Then center the right palm where your gaze would be. Lift the left palm, inhale. Exhale, twist under the body. Take the left palm anywhere on the outer edge of the right leg. And if you feel like this is too short for you, you want a deeper chest opening, walk that right palm forward just a little bit more. Keep pressing the hips back to down dog. Lengthen the spine. And breathe and twist. And then replace that. Exchange palms. Left palm down. Reach the right palm, inhale. And exhale under the body. So the more that we are integrated here on the mat, when we give ourselves time and space and permission, the more we'll take this habit outside with us to whatever we choose to do off the mat. Making mindful, decisive choices that are healthy for our bodies so that we're efficient and effective in our movement and our actions. Walk back out, down dog. All right, my dears, let's meet there. And then lift the left foot, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward for runner's lunge. Find that length, find that inhale, and then bend the right knee deeply, about 2 inches off the ground. Keep the left knee stacked over ankle. Press away, rise into modified crescent. Hold this foundation of the lower body, bend at the elbows, inhale. Exhale, twist to left side, rotating here, in the upper body and the spine. And then come back to center. Reach the palms towards the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, frame left foot. Lengthen, strengthen, inhale. Lift right heel on exhale. Modified warrior 3, inhale. Exhale, right knee, left calf. Shiva squat. Then inhale, extend out. Exhale, right foot next to left, top of mat. Half lift, inhale, soft bend behind the knees to lengthen from heels to hips, and then hips to head. Exhale and fold. Press into the feet, inhale, come to stand. And exhale, palms heart center. Let's come through 2 sun salutation A's. We're gonna warm the body, but also feel what it's like just to do one movement with breath. So inhale, sweep palms, high. Exhale, fold forward. We've been through these postures. Inhale, half lift. And close your eyes as much as you might like. Exhale, forward fold, right foot, then left to plank pose. Shift forward, inhale, lower halfway, exhale. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Right leg rises, inhale. And step forward on exhale. Look forward, inhale. Step forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And come to stand, inhale. And palms, heart center, exhale. Inhale, sweep palms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, then right. Plank pose. Shift forward, inhale. Lower halfway, exhale. Inhale, peel heart open. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step left foot forward, followed by right. Follow your breath. inhale. And exhale, palms lower, heart center, then by the sides. Inhale, sweep palms high. And take the left palm to the right wrist. We'll take crescent side bend. So press down through all four corners of the feet. Lift through the inseams of the legs and the side bodies. And then bring both palms off to your left side, your hips to right. Hug the belly in here. And keep stretching as far as you can without rounding down or poking that belly out. So really looking just for that side rainbow. And come back through center. Exchange, inhale, lengthen. Root down, rise through the inseam, the left side body. And then exhale over to right side. Again, keeping the integrity of our core body, not releasing the belly forward or bending. And come all the way back to center, and then palms by the sides. Roll those shoulders out, take a few rolls back, a few rolls forward, although back to me feels much better. We'll meet top of mat here. Separate the feet hip socket with distance, bend the knees deeply. We'll sit into chair pose with feet separated hip socket with distance. And then reach the fingertips actively forward. Hug those shoulders a bit down towards the shoulder sockets and the blades down to the waistline. Belly tucks into the spine, supporting the back body here. Lift the chest, inhale. Sit a little bit deeper on exhale. Lift the chest, inhale, and deeper on exhale. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, sit. One breath, inhale. Exhale, palms to ground. Forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step to plank pose. Either foot. Shift forward, inhale. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, hips come all the way back. Right leg rises on inhale. Then on exhale, shift forward to one leg plank. Inhale, extend back through that right heel. Exhale, hug the right knee under the body. Use the core to guide this movement. Right foot steps forward now. Setting for a high crescent. Feet or hip socket with distance. Adjust accordingly. Set your foundation. Let your body and your muscles remember this. Then rise from there. Press away from the ground. Crescent pose. Or high lunge. Reach the right knee over the ankle, strengthen the left leg. You're welcome to bring a bend to that knee if that feels better on your psoas or your low back. Bend the elbows one more time. Inhale, then exhale, twist to right side. Stay a little bit in this twist. Bring the right palm down to the inner left thigh. Then reach the left palm up towards the ceiling. Finding a side body stretch with a slight twist here. And come back to center. Reach both palms towards the ceiling. Inhale. Bring the palms to heart center on exhale. Press them into one another so you have active palms here. Then hinge forward at the hips. Lengthen the spine forward. Inhale. Find a bit more length. Reaching the low back away from the sacrum. Then exhale. Revolving at the torso. Use those strong obliques, active side body. Tuck that left elbow either onto the right thigh or the outer edge of it. Keep pressing palms together, utilizing them to lengthen and twist. Then inhale, come back to center. Reach towards crescent. Fold over the front foot. Begin to straighten the right leg any amount. Keep a soft bend behind the right knee so we're not pressing the leg to straight or hyperextending behind that knee. We're actively and mindfully stretching the back of the right leg, the muscles, the hamstring, the calf muscle, and the outer hip muscle too. Inhale, come forward, stack right knee over ankle, bring the left knee to the ground. Now we're going to keep our hips stacked this time for the moment. If your left knee is sensitive, you're welcome to bring a block or a blanket, beneath the left knee. Walk the palms back up to the front thigh. From here, if the left knee is healthy, you can start to bend the left knee and take the outer edge of the foot. Now keep the stabilization of the hips. We're stretching the quad here. A different way to stretch the quad. Release the left foot down to the ground. Now we'll shift the hips a bit further forward as we would typically do in low lunge. Rise from there. And then I'd like for you to bring your left palm to your low back and press the flesh away from the low back towards the sacrum. That's going to support the hips here. Keep reaching the right palm up. Now maintain what you've created within your hips. Bring the right palm to the hip crease. Lift the left palm. Reach over to the right side body. Reach over to the right side, stretching left side body. It's a little bit different. We need some stabilization in the hips, but we have the opening of the muscles right now. Reach the right palm, take the left wrist. A little extra stretch here. And keep looking forward. You're welcome to rotate the chest open. And come back to center. Inhale, reach the palms. Exhale, frame the right foot. Tuck left toes, we'll find runner's lunge. Plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Inhale there. Exhale, shift forward, lower halfway. Inhale, open, back bend. Exhale, hips come all the way back. Left leg rises on inhale. You find one leg dog first. Neutral hips, then shift forward, plank pose. Take the inhale. Exhale, hug the left knee up, keeping the plank pose. Step the foot between the palms. Set the feet for high crescent first. Bend the left knee, feet hip socket width distance, then press away from those rooted feet, rise. Set your foundation, make your adjustments, soft bend in the back knee if necessary. Bend the elbows, shoulder height. Inhale forward, exhale, twist to left. Maintain the twist, bring the left palm to the inner right thigh, reach the right palm upwards. And come back to center, inhale. Exhale, both palms heart center. Press them together, lengthen forward, inhale, hinge at the hips, reaching halfway. And then exhale, twisting to left side. Right elbow rests on right and left thigh or hooks on the outer edge. Find that length for the spine. Inhale, lengthen low back from sacrum. Extend right heel back so you're strong in both legs. Exhale and twist. Release the palms, frame the left foot. And take the inhale there. Then exhale, bring the right knee down to the ground. Pad that knee if necessary. And take a moment to do that. And then stack the palms on the left thigh. So we're just squaring hips over, back leg, left knee forward. And then again on this side, you can bend the right knee. You'll keep the stabilization of the hips. And test that out. Stretching the quad. Just be careful, it's a lot of pressure on the kneecap, so if you have knee sensitivities, it might not be the best option. We can find other ways to stretch your quad standing. We can do that in a different class. And then release the foot down. Frame the left foot. Scoot your right knee back a little bit so there's a deeper angle at the hips. Untuck those toes. Rise to high crescent once again. Low crescent. And then bring the right palm to the low back. Press the flesh of the low back towards the sacrum. And then feel that release, hips tilt forward and up. Maintain that, reach the right palm towards the ceiling, left palm towards your left hip. Now stretching the right side body, leaning towards left side without changing anything in the hips. The stretch is for the right side body. And take the left palm to right wrist, lean that over. You might feel this in the front of your right hip as well as you shift forward, as well as right side body. And come back to center, inhale, frame the left foot on, exhale, tuck right toes. Inhale, runner's lunge. And exhale, plant palms around the foot, step back, plank pose. And shift forward, inhale, lower halfway, exhale. Inhale into your back bend, peeling the heart forward, drawing shoulder heads away from one another. And then exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. Let's take a few breaths here. You're welcome to stay in down dog or take child's pose. And then rise to the toes, inhale. Exhale, bend those knees. And then remember which foot you stepped back with. Let's use that same foot to step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step forward. And separate the feet hip socket with distance. Bend the knees deeply. We're taking chair pose. Inhale, rise. Then shift the weight to that right foot. Balancing chair. Extend the left foot in front. This time, bend the left knee. Take the outer left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Figure 4 in chair. Hug the right hip back. Continue to bend the right knee. Sitting deeper in the chair, palms come to shoulder height. Reach those palms forward. Imagine you still have that block between the palms here. And continue stretching. Be mindful of the left hip, the left knee, as well as the right hip and right knee. Different angles here. And press into the standing leg. We're going to come to stand on one leg. Bring the left knee to hip height. Then extend the left foot forward. You have this 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Press away, lift, inhale. Hug belly and exhale. Last one. And lower left foot next to right, palms heart center. Shake those legs up. Chair pose one more time. Inhale. And shift weight into the left leg. Lift the right knee. Take outer right ankle over top of left thigh. As you sit deeper, hug this left hip in. Sometimes there's a tendency to come out. We're gonna hug it in, staying neutral and central at the knee. Reach the fingertips forward, sit a little bit deeper. Release the tension in the right hip, flex right toes to knee. One more breath. And then press into that standing foot. Steady, come to stand. Lift the right knee to hip height and extend the right leg forward. Strong hips, active roots, rise from the inseam of the standing leg. Hug the outer hips together, one more breath. And exhale, whew, right foot down, palms heart center. Let's bring big toes to touch here. Find chair pose if it's okay with the feet touching. If the toes are touching, the knees are drawing towards one another. Inhale, chair pose. Then exhale, palms heart center. Since we're building spinal mobility and core strength, we'll come into a twist in chair. Inhale, forward. Then exhale, twist to right side, left elbow on outer edge of right thigh. Press the palms into one another. Lengthen the spine, tailbone to top of head. And then exhale, twist a bit deeper. And continue to sit a bit deeper. All right, we're going to build from this optional balance here. So, keeping upper body as it is, start to shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the left heel off the ground. And then extend the left leg back. Warrior 3 variation from twisted chair. You have this one more breath, then bend left knee, bring the foot back, undo the twist, sit into chair. Exhale, palms heart center. Inhale, lengthen spine, exhale, twist to left side. Hook the right elbow, press the palms towards one another. Sit the seat low. Then optional balance here, shift weight to the left foot. Engage the core, lift the right heel off the ground. Extend the right leg back with care and control. One more breath. And then bring the right knee back. Undo chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, release it. And separate the feet pocket width distance apart. Bring a soft bend behind the knees, enough so that their belly can start to touch the thighs. Let the head feel heavy. Interlace the palms. Bring them to the base of the skull. Draw the head away from the neck softly. And spread the elbows out wide. Continue to shift the weight forward towards the toes. Release the low back. Steady the breath. Release the palms to the ground. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back with the opposite foot that you did for the last series. Left foot steps back if you did right, or vice versa. Plank pose on inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. Right leg rises on inhale. On the exhale, shift forward to plank pose. Inhale, one leg plank. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. And stay on the inhale, then step the right foot behind the right palm. Pivot left heel down for warrior one. Glue the outer edge of the left foot down. Strengthen the left leg so it should feel straight. Right knee bending over right ankle. Both hips face forward. Inhale, reach palms towards ceiling. Scoop the left hip a bit forward and up. Draw the right hip back. Bend at the elbows. Inhale. Lift the heart. Bring the palms behind the back. One of my favorite postures. Interlace hands. Lift the heart. Breathe in. Then keeping the foundation of your strong legs in warrior one. Humble warrior. Extend the heart forward. Reach as far forward as you can. Then check your right hip. Make sure it hasn't gotten sassy out to the side. Draw that back in. So no sassy warrior, but humble warrior. Top of head towards inner edge of right foot. And soft knuckles drawing up towards ceiling. Press away from the ground with these feet. Reach the palms, inhale. And then bring palms to the hips, straighten the right leg. We're going to set up for triangle pose, then revolved triangle pose. So heel toe the right foot so that the heels are in line with one another. Straighten and strengthen the right leg without flexing back into that knee. So hug the triceps, hug the knee up to the quad, engage the quad, extend the arms out. This time hips are facing more towards the side. Inhale, extend out from that long side body. Bring the side body parallel towards the ground. Reach out as far as you can. Once you find you're at your limit, simply just move the shoulders and the arms, or move the arms. Let that right palm rest softly on your shin or a block on the outer edge, your choice. Hug the outer right hip in. Reach the upper inner right thigh towards the inner left thigh. Then extend your tailbone, extend your spine. You might find a little bit more space in the posture. That's all that we're working for, not how far we get to the ground, but the space. Space for the spine to extend out from the sacrum. Bring the left palm to the left hip. We're going to bend the right knee, come into half moon pose with me. We'll do this carefully, bend right knee over right ankle, hop left foot in just a bit. Start to shift the weight to the right foot. You're welcome to have the right palm on ground block or hovering. So hug right hip in, lift left heel to hip height. Strengthen your standing leg. And then open the hips here. Press actively through that left heel. You feel both legs turn on. Here's your foundation. Hips are strong, core is integrated. Left palm lifts. Depending on what variation you want, maybe right palm starts to lift from the ground with the full integration of the body. And then bend the right knee, gracefully, carefully. Step back to warrior two. Point left toes, soft landing. Palms reach out in opposite direction. Big bend in that right knee. Now hips are facing midway between triangle and warrior one. So left front side of your space. You flip the right palm, don't change anything in those strong legs. Reverse warrior, inhale. And take the left palm up to that right wrist. Big right side body stretch. Warrior two. Then hinge forward from the crease of the right hip. Side body stretch into extended side angle. Right palm down on the inner edge of right leg. Now glue your right inner knee to your right tricep together. Fingertips can touch ground or hover, your choice. For this variation, we're just staying with arms as we did in triangle, left palm reaching up. Now over the course of 3 breaths, we're gonna get some shoulder movement. So inhale, reach the palm forward. Exhale and back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time follow your inhale forward and exhale. Bring the left palm down. Frame the right foot. Step back, plank pose. Shift forward, inhale. And lower halfway, exhale. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, hips come all the way back. Lift the left leg on inhale. Exhale, shift forward, one leg plank. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left knee under body. Step the foot forward behind the left palm. Pivot the right heel down for warrior one. The heels are hip socket with distance. That will help give you the space to rotate both hips forward. But before you rise, glue the outer edge of your right foot down. Straighten, strengthen the right leg. Reach left knee over left ankle. Press away. Rise from the roots of your foundation. Both hips face forward. Scoop the left hip forward and right hip forward and up. Draw the left hip a bit back. Bend at the elbows. Lift the heart. Inhale. Bring the palms behind the back. Left thumb over right. Draw soft knuckles down towards the ground. Shoulder heads away from one another. Breathe into the heart. Inhale. Hinge at the hips. Extend the spine. Exhale. And find the integrity here first. Hug that sassy left hip back in if you're coming out. Lengthen, inhale. And then fold, exhale. And so in this class especially, we take our time with the posture so we can build healthy movement. We feel out our range of motion. Go to where we're comfortable, then breathe and press a bit forward. Only in a healthy way. Maintaining the integrity of the posture, always building from that place of strength and stability in order to lengthen. And press into the ground, inhale. Rise, reach the palms, warrior one. And then bring palms to the hips, straighten the left leg. We're setting for triangle. So heel to heel alignment here. Once you find that for yourself, if you have that nice little block, you're welcome to bring that to the outer edge of your front foot. All right, hug the left hip in, extend the palms out, inhale. Shift forward, lengthen the side body. Reach the left palm forward. And then once again, when you feel like you've kind of hit that point, you're like, that's all I got. Then just move at the shoulders, changing where the palms are. Left palm can dangle and softly rest on the left shin. You can bring that palm down to a block. And then see if you can inhale, lengthen the low back, out from the sacrum, finding a bit more space in the posture. Is there something that you can strengthen to find more stability and something you can release to find more space? Bring the right palm to your hip. Bend the left knee. Rising towards half moon. We'll take this in steps. Fingertips reach forward. Hop the right foot in. Hug the left hip in. That's your place of stability. Press into the left heel. Lift the right foot off the ground. And then press actively through the right heel. Feel the right leg turn on as much as the left. You're welcome to lift the right palm towards the ceiling. Left palm can be on the block or ground. Torso's length distance. That gives you enough space for the spine to expand. And then as you turn on your obliques, you're welcome to lift that left palm off the ground. Taking our final breath here. And then bend left knee. Point right toes with grace. Touching down. Warrior two. Deep bend in that left knee. Strong back leg. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. And bring the right palm to the left wrist. Actively stretch out from the left side body. It should feel so good on the left side body from the hip all the way up to the wrist. And come back to warrior two. Hinge forward. Extended side angle, left palm on the inner edge of left foot. Press the left knee and tricep into one another. Lengthen spine, then rotate open. And taking a breath here with the right palm reaching high towards the top of your space. Then opening up the shoulder, inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Last time, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward, exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Frame the left foot. Inhale and runner's lunge. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Shift forward, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, open up that heart. Exhale, hips come all the way back, down dog. Whew, should feel really nice. Let's come down to our knees here. And stay with the toes tucked for the moment. Just stretching out the soles of the feet a little bit more. Let's bring the forehead down. Keep those hips over the knees. And then just pressing back through the heels for the moment. And then from here, walk the knees towards the outer edge of your hips. Untuck the toes. Walk the left palm forward. Thread the right arm underneath the body. And starting to ground down the energy. Finding a nice resting twist. And if you like to extend a leg back, you're more than welcome to. For me, I just love the foundation of this posture. Feel super supported, grounded. Already did my core work. And then press into the left palm, lift the right one off, come to the right forearm, thread the left arm underneath. Really soft transition. We have the knees a bit wider so that the hips stay neutral rather than shifting to the right when we twist right. Again, if you like any other variation, you're welcome to it. And I'm a basics gal on this one. And press into the right palm, inhale. And then this time, walk the palms towards the front of the space. Activate your arms, roll the biceps in towards the ears, the triceps down as if you're taking down dog. We're just on our knees, but we're coming into puppy dog. So carefully, with extended arms, begin to let the chest drop down, the ears come between the biceps. Then it's up to you, wherever your body is, maybe forehead towards down, maybe chin. Hug the belly in, support the low back here. All right. Now carefully bring your forearms down. Extend the body back. We're taking Sphinx pose. And from Sphinx pose, before we release entirely down to the ground, you're almost out of practice. We're gonna zip those legs together and see if seal pose, it's the right one for you. And so to take seal today, we're gonna bring that block, if it's in the front of your space, between the palms, in the nook of the thumb and the pointer. If not, no worries, just spread your fingers, right? Actively press down through all 5 fingers of each hand. And then keeping the palms as they are, press away gently from the ground. So as you do that, zip the elbows back in, broaden across the chest. Then lift the heart, taking this back bend behind the heart center rather than the low back. One more breath. And then exhale and lower. Press that block forward. Bring the right arm in at 45 degrees. Bend the left knee. So if your left foot is accessible to you, you're welcome to take that. If not, you're welcome to use a strap in the hand to hook the foot. Bring the knee in line with the hip if it's come out wide. Super important there. If it comes out wide and you can't reach the foot, then please use your strap. That'll help maintain the integrity of this posture. Press down actively into the right foot so that the knee, the shin, the low quad lifts. Then press the left foot into the left palm. Lifting the left quad off the ground ever so slightly, peeling the left chest open, expanding the left shoulder. Just a slight back bend, quad stretch, everything. Release left side, bring forehead down. Give those hips a bit of a wiggle. Then bring the left arm in, bend the right knee, reach the right palm back around. Same integrity here. You choose your option that allows you to reach the foot with belt or strap. Right knee in line with right hip. Actively press down through left, then kick the right foot into the right palm. Lift the right quad off the ground ever so slightly. Open up the right chest, pectoral, the right shoulder. And release down. And stack the head on the palms. Give your low back a little wiggle. Support and be careful for this area of your body. And then thread one arm under, roll to your back. So think of your body like a rubber band. You have this elasticity to it, which is amazing, right? We can expand our range of motion, hug the knees in. Really work to lengthen and soften so that the muscle fibers can release and we have access to a greater strength, right? The more muscle fibers we're able to activate and call into action, the stronger we are, the more powerful our movements are. Just remember that that's the purpose of these practices. Really tap into a healthy elasticity. But if we don't do that in a healthy manner, like a rubber band, we can very easily snap. Now bring the elbows to the inner edge of the knees. If the outer feet are accessible to you and your body without changing the integrity of the pressure and the space for the low back, then feel free to take happy baby, soles of feet towards ceiling. And from here, bring the soles of the feet to touch. So we're in a reclined cobbler's pose, but the heels are near the groin. Then take the forearms, press them into the inner thighs so that the knees press slightly forward. Should feel really nice for the inner thighs. We didn't do much groin work today, so it's just a nice little stretch. You're welcome to then extend one leg out, either keeping palm on sole of foot or hooking big toe. Exchange that heel comes back in, opposite foot extends out. Bring the right foot back in, whichever one you did not take. And then from here, keep the knees stacked over the hips, flex the toe pads and the toes back to the knees, arms out wide like a T. Bring both the knees to the left side. Stack the right hip upon the left. Remember how we drew that right knee over the left? It's that same action. We're stacking the hips so that the rotation, the extension starts from the side body rather than an uneven nature at the hips. And then maybe extend by wiggling the shoulder blades up first, then rotating. And start to relax down. Breathe into the right side body. Where are you feeling tension? Send your breath there. And release it. I especially have been holding tension in my right hip joints and my right iliopsoas. And there's nothing I did other than an offsetting from left side injuries. But my body seems to hold on to it. And I have to breathe to release it. And gently the muscle fibers relax. And my mind learns to trust my body. And come back through center. Both knees now to right, stack left hip over right. Draw the left knee so that it stacks. Wiggle forward, and then deepen and stretch. come back up over center from here. And now if you have a block nearby, you can use a block. We're coming into a supported shoulder stand. And so take the block on any height, small or medium, not high. There's not much stability on high. And place the sacrum on your block. Tuck the shoulder blades under to expand the chest. You're also lifting a bit of weight out of the throat. So we're just coming into a very soft, approachable version. Extend one leg towards the ceiling, followed by the other. If you feel any pressure and compression in the neck and the throat, then please come out and make that adjustment with your shoulders. Palms face upwards. Gaze is straight up towards the toes, the ceiling, the sky. And keeping a neutral spine. No matter what variation of shoulder stand you decide to take, that's one of the most important parts. Remove any pressure from the neck and from the throat by coming out and adjusting the shoulders. And always keeping your gaze overhead. Straight up, sorry, it's a better way to say it. Bend at the knees from here, wiggle those toes, softly place the feet on the ground, press into the ground, remove the block, roll the spine down. And then we'll take the counter posture, which is fish pose. Any variation, you can bring the palms underneath the seat, extend the legs long, point the toes this time. We rarely point toes please. And then nestle those elbows, extend the top of the head towards the ground. You're welcome to lift the feet from here, stretching the throat. You're welcome also to bring the palms together over your heart. And then gently releasing the entire body down to the ground. Nice job, my athletes, my active adventurers, and my weekend warriors. Hopefully you feel a sense of release from any tension in the body, exploring new spaces with confidence, mindfulness, and integrity. And then using this foundation to build your athletic practices. Tapping back into that new range of motion, activating the new muscle fibers, building your mobility. Let's settle down into our spaces for Shavasana. Release the breath. Allow the inhales and exhales to roll in and out of the body soft like waves. It's the oceanic sound of the Ujjayi that we're releasing, and to the soft sound of the evening ocean. Let the body be heavy. As I say, parts of your body, work to release those and visualize them melting into the ground beneath you. Your toes, your heels, your calves, the backs of the knees, the backs of the legs, the entire leg, your buttocks, your hips, your pelvis, your low back, mid back, shoulders, upper back, the chest, the ribs, biceps, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, fingertips, your whole arm, neck, back of head, jaw, lips, tongue, nose, cheekbones, eyelids, eyeballs, your brow, your hairline, your top of head, your whole head. Breathe into the body softly, slowly. Like the midnight ocean, the waves roll in, the waves roll out. Allow your body to release to the ground beneath. You stay just as you are. And bring one hand to the heart and cover it with the other one. Or if you would like, bend your knees, roll to your right side, keep the eyes closed, stack the hips, and then take a breath. And come to seated. If it's okay for your knees, cross the legs. Easy seated position. And then we'll place the palms downward on the knees, a point of connection for our bodies, uniting the energy that courses within, feeling that as our vitality, feeling the new space that we've created, expanding the vitality within. Curl the lips into a smile, blink the eyes open. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or requests, please place them in the messages and the responses for the video. Subscribe to the channel. I will be creating more videos like this, and anything you would like to work on, I am all game. So please, absolutely give your input and feedback. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, yogis and athletes.